Hey guys, what's up? This is Doctorian, and I hope you guys all have a amazing good weekend, and I hope you guys having a lot of fun right now. But if you're playing WoW, I highly doubt it. So, let's go there, shall we? Let's go there. I already made a quick video about it when I was stuck, when I was trapped beneath the world, when I was in the dark below. That was my troll video about Blizzard goofing up, but I want to have a small video to continue on that. Let me explain a little bit how things went for me. 24 hours before what launched, I got nervous because Frostmain is where my Char Dartorian is, who was my main during Mist of Pandaria. I got very nervous. It was high populated, and I expected a lot of people who quit it. In Mist of Pandaria were coming back, of course, and I also was thinking with the idea that people who quit it earlier during Kata or Wrath or even after Burning Crusade would be coming back, and I did not trust the server. And I spoke about this with two of my friends, and I transferred 24 hours before release. I transferred to Alonso's AU. So I went from Frostmain AU to Alonso's AU because Alonso's is a medium populated server. Thank God I did. My two friends followed 12 hours after me. They also transferred to Alonso's, and thank God we did. Because at midnight you all were, everybody was there. What a horrible launch it was. Well, this is how it went down for me. At midnight the game crashed, and at 30 minutes past midnight I could log in again. And then I could do the Tanaan Jingle scenario, and then I could do the garrisons, which I will get to a later point. I was at the Dark Portal around 1600 hours. And if you check my Twitter, I'm really active on Twitter right now. You can Twitter me at Darktorian. You can look me up, at me on Twitter. And I was already making screenshots of how many people there were at the Dark Portal. Now, me and two of my friends were at the Dark Portal as well. And every hour or every 2 hours I would send out a tweet. Look, it's another twice as much people are here. As in comparison to the hour before that. So I could see the build-up of people coming to the Dark Portal every hour. It was like every hour there were more and more, and so much more. I was getting nervous. Now one of my friends was like, I don't trust the Dark Portal. I'm not coming to the Blasted Lands. Hell no. I'm just staying in Shrine. And at midnight he got such an advantage, and I want to explain this because this also shows that the DDoS attack did not hurt Europe as much as Blizzard claims. I'm hesitant to say it did not affect us at all, but it wasn't as it didn't have as much influence as people think, because what happened was, at midnight, me and my two friends were outside. We were at the Blasted Lands, at the Dark Portal. Game crashed. We couldn't log in for 30 minutes. And after 30 minutes there was a lot of lag, but we could get into Tanaan Jungle and all this kind of stuff. But my friend who was in the Shrine, the third friend, after 10 minutes, of course he got disconnected. He got faster back in, and after 10 minutes, Khadgar was already there. He got teleported from Shrine. The copies were already there, and Blizzard posted on Twitter like, we got mirror images of Khadgar at Stormwind and Ironforge and all that kind of stuff. Don't go to the Blasted Lands. Don't go there. Use one of the mirror images of Khadgar. My friend actually did, and at 15 minutes past 12, he had already done the Tanaan Jungle scenario. And he was already working on on his garrison. When I got there at 30 minutes past 12 and I got into Tanaan Jungle, he had his garrison at level 1. I did the Tanaan Jungle quest, I did the other quest, and when I hit my level 2 garrison, when I hit at my level 1 garrison, he was already at level 2. And when I got at the garrison, the entire server got at the garrison, and that's where shit hit the fan. There's no other way of saying it. But he was already done. He was already leveling ahead. So the whole shitstorm behind him, where all the clutter went and where all the things went wrong, he did not have a single problem with him. This guy is level 100 for more than 24 hours. I think it's 36 hours right now, maybe longer, maybe even 48, I'm not sure. And he did not dungeon grind. He just quested from started in Shadowmoon Valley and just went through all the zones, Skorgrond and all that kind of stuff without any problems. Of course he had some lag, of course, but he did not have the major disconnections. He was not stuck in his garrisons. When we were just at the garrison, his garrison was his level 2, he did his quest there, he left the garrison, he did not return, he was smart enough because we were screaming all hell and we were screaming about the hell that broke loose and about the shitstorm, and he was like, yeah, okay, I'm fine, garrison's done, I'm just gonna move on questing. And this guy dinged level 100 without dungeon grinding, without doing any shit, just doing the leveling as it's supposed to be from zone to zone, and he had an amazing good time. He loved it, and he's level 100 now. And he's like, damn, I'm level 100, and there's like nothing to do because I'm one of like 2 or 3 people. When he dinged, there were like 2 or 3 people level 100. So yeah. So that's my point of view, that the DDoS attack did not do as much damage, at least not in Europe. The big thing that did happen was that Blizzard kinda DDoSed itself. What's happening is when we are playing World of Warcraft without a release, you can see it as a highway of six lanes. You know, that's where we are driving. We're cruising down the game. And then Blizzard makes a new expansion, a new launch, and we were cruising with 6.5 million people during the last months of Siege of Orgrimmar. And all of a sudden, instead of having 6.5 million cars, we went up at launch to 10 or 11 million cars. Well, that's kind of putting a strain on things itself. You can get stuck in traffic, but Blizzard screwed up, because you have that 6-lane highway, and then you're forcing everybody to go through the Dark Portal. You're forcing to go everyone through a 3-lane tunnel. And then the DDoS comes in, and I think the DDoS took like 1 lane down. So we went from 6 lane to 3 by Blizzard and another 1 down by the DDoS. So we got down to a 2-lane tunnel, and that's where the jamming starts, and that's where things clutter up. So the Dark Portal was an issue, and Blizzard realized this really quick and made the mirror images of Khadgar, and people got in. But you forced everyone to go through Tanaan Jungle, Blizzard, so you kept the tunnel. You spread up the entrance, but then you still ended up in the same tunnel. And then we got into, if you were Alliance, I am Alliance, you went through Tanaan Jungle, and then you went to Shadowmoon Valley to do your garrison. And this is where shit really hits the fans, that you put everyone through the tunnel, and everyone is in the tunnel, and then at the end of the tunnel, that's where the road basically ends. Well, it's not supposed to end, but you put everybody, like, this is an turn, you need to get off the road right here. This is where you need to park. You need to make a stop here for a little while, and everyone needs to go to that parking spot. Everyone needs to go to that one place, and everybody needs to get there, because that's what Blizzard wants you to do. They're forcing you there to say, like, hey, you're out of the tunnel, I am free to go. No, hold on, take a right here. You see that? You need to park over there. Everyone, go there. So they block down the road. Everyone gets off the road, takes that turn on the parking spot, and everyone gets there. And then, oh my god, there's not enough parking space. No shit, Blizzard. Really? You did not see that coming? Really? Everyone could have told you this was going wrong. Every single one. Now, I watched some videos from Preach Game and Ashchat, who are guys who I did not get into the beta. Those guys got into the beta, and those guys have way more way more access to the game than I have. I mean, those guys are amazing. And from Preach, I understand, like Shadow Moon Valley and Frostfire Ridge were not ready. They were tested, and they were not actually ready to go. They were tested at the start, they were in the alpha and later on in the beta, but they were not fully tested. And from Ashjets I got, like, he said, like, there were still problems at the garrisons in the beta. In his video he was really frustrated about the garrisons were not done yet. There were still problems right there. Now right now it's now around 1. I just talked to some guys. I did not log in yet because we had a major Blizzard took today is Saturday, it's 1 o'clock in midday, and Blizzard had from 5 o'clock in the morning to 11 o'clock they had some they took down the servers. They had some huge maintenance. I talked to some guys. I did not log in myself because I wanted to make this video, and they're still saying like you need to keep logging in. There are still problems. World server down and all that kind of stuff. And this is on Alonzas. Now, as I explained, me and my friends went over to Alonzas, and that was seriously. That was our. I know we paid 20 euros. It was worth it because Frostbane crashed, and there are actually some friends of mine in Frostbane like, I'm giving up. I'm gonna wait a week and then I'll see how it goes. Because Frostbane is unplayable. If you have a character on a medium populated server, I highly recommend you go there. But I'm still seeing this maintenance happen, and it's still not solved. And I do not believe that Blizzard, that the DDoS attack did much, because like I said, my friend, who was ahead of everybody just by going from Shrine to Wallace of Draenor, had a he went fine. He did his garrison. He leveled all the way up. No dungeon farming. He was even worse. He's a DPS. He did not do a single dungeon yet. He did not see a single dungeon, even not up to today. He's still waiting for me to get level 100 so I can tank for him, so he gets an instant queue. So yeah. So the DDoS did not took him down, and we had another guy in the guild who had did the same thing as my friend, who was also level 100 for like over 24 hours, who had no problems, who leveled through the zones as well. So in my opinion, the DDoS did not screw up as much as Blizzard claims. Blizzard, you screwed up as much as possible. You made that 6 lane highway to a 3 lane highway, and then you forced everyone through a tunnel, and then you put them on a parking lot, and you could not handle the crowd, you could not handle the traffic. That's on you. That's on nobody. It's not on DDoS. Of course the DDoS doesn't help, but that's just bad game design. And the garrisons, I mean, I made a really short video, but I misclicked my heart zone and I got trapped beneath my garrison, and I fell through the ground, I died, and I was stuck. I actually went to bed at that point. I was like, okay, I'm done with this game. Going to bed and pray to God I will have my character back tomorrow when I wake up. And Blizzard, you goofed up. And Blizzard, my point is, you had the Burning Crusade launch where you did the same thing. Go through the Dark Portal, and it goofed up. It goofed up majorly back then. Burning Crusade launch was terrible. Of course, you split it right now up in Shadow Moon Valley and in Frostfire Ridge. It still did not solve the problem because everyone had to go through Tenan Jungle. Everyone had to. Then you end up with the same level zones, but you still put all the strain on where the garrisons are. Blizzard, that's really bad game design. And Blizzard did one amazingly thing during, and that caught my eye. That was like, at some point, I'm not sure it was yesterday or the day before, they put down, it was yesterday, they put down the Cross Realm. They put down Cross Realm. They closed it down. And the moment yesterday morning at 11 o'clock I logged in, and Cross Realm was turned off, and I was in my garrisons. My garrison was working. I was, wow, my garrison is up. I can work here. I actually got it to level 2. I got some buildings done. I put some of my followers on quests. I was like, garrison is working. Okay, problem solved. And then at 1 o'clock in the midday, Blizzard put Cross Realm back up, and instantly the garrisons crashed. Instantly it went down. Instantly it was bugged. I could not get out of the garrison. I had that problem again. I needed to relock. It took me about 2 hours to get out of the freaking garrison. I was again in a mobless Shadow Moon Valley, and all the problems were back. So Blizzard, you do not learn from your mistakes. The Burning Crusade launch, you had the same problems. Diablo 3, you had the same problems. Now, what I'm getting frustrated is about, you had those launches already. You had it with Burning Crusade and you had it with Diablo 3. Blizzard, you know exactly how many copies you have sold. You have the pre-orders. And of course there are people who are gonna buy a live copy. They're gonna buy one at midnight at a store. Or they're gonna go to a Blizzard event or whatever. But you can see what is pre-ordered. And if you're smart, you're like, okay, from all the launches, Burning Crusade, Wrath of the Lich King, Cataclysm, and Mists of Pandaria, you must have done up experience, right? So you know how much copies are pre-ordered. And then you guys must know like 10 or 20%, I'm just spitballing here, but like 10 or 20% are still, let's say we sold 10 million copies of Warlords of Draenor on as pre-order. We're gonna have an extra 10% or 20%, whatever your experience is, Blizzard. We're gonna have an extra 20% being picked up at stores at midnight, at events. You already have those information over the years. You know what's going on. So you know exactly what you need to do. You know exactly how many servers you need to have open. You know how to work. You know how many people are logging in. You have those 10 million digital pre-orders. You might get like 100,000, 200,000, maybe 300,000 extra from hardware from people picking up the orders at stores at midnight. But you can already be ahead of that. You can be like, okay, 10 million plus 20% plus 40%. I'm just spitballing here. We need to have this many servers open. We have to have this many hardware needs to be up and running at midnight at launch. We need to be ready. And every time, if you look at Diablo 3, if you look at a lot of launches, every time you screw up, every time at a launch, things go bad. For me, I was very lucky at Mists of Pandaria. I was Horde. Horde was fine. Alliance got crushed in Mists of Pandaria. Diablo 3, you guys got crushed at Diablo 3. You got crushed during the Burning Crusade launch. You must pick it up by now. You must know, like, okay, we need to do this differently. We have all the numbers. We know how much copies are getting sold. So we will be ready. And if you go down for like 30 minutes, at the launch, like I could. At midnight, the game crashed and I couldn't log in till 30 minutes. That's doable for me. To wait for 30 minutes till I can log in again at launch, that's fine. I started playing at 30 minutes and I'm fine with that. Hell, I'm even fine that there are like, and if you look at everything that's sold, like 90% or 95% wants to log in at midnight. Of course, there will be people saying, "Hey, I need to work tomorrow, so I'm going to bed," and I will play. And there's some people going to bed saying, "Hey, I'm gonna play like 7 o'clock or 8 o'clock in the morning." But you should have that game. You know what how much you sold, and you should be able to. At least that the servers are running up, the game is running smoothly after 30 minutes. Or an hour at least. But Blizzard, you screwed up. It's your fault. It's your bad game design to forcing everyone through the Dark Portal. To force everyone to do their garrison. You put us in a tunnel and on a parking lot and you goofed it up. It's not the DDoS attack. It's not the players. You could have handled this better if you had more servers open, if you were more servers up, if your data, if you made sure your servers could handle all the data that was incoming. If you looked at the numbers, you could have prevented this, but you also should not have forced everyone through the Dark Portal and forced everyone to get in their garrison immediately. That's on you, Blizzard. That's on nobody but yourself. That's pure bad game design. Now, after all the failures at launch of games you went through, please, for the love of God, learn from this, Blizz, because you really need this. To all the players who came back, I know a guild who actually did not come back, who did not play since the Burning Crusade, and who were like, "Oh, fuck this is bad," and all those guys. I want to say hang in there, because I'm a guy who hates leveling, okay? I detest leveling, I hate it. But I'm 98.5 right now. I never had as much fun leveling as in Warlords of Draenor. I'm having a blast leveling it. I'm actually doing the Lore Master in Waters of Draenor. This is the first time I don't have a Lore Master. I'm playing the game since vanilla. I don't have any Lore Master in any chart. I never finished an area. Usually I'm the guy who's leveling up as fast as I can, but I'm loving it so much, the leveling. I'm like, I want to get the Lore Master of every area, and I'm loving it. First of all, the game looks amazing. If the garrisons work, it's amazing. The dungeons are, in my opinion, very good. The game looks good. It feels good. When it's up and running, I'm enjoying the hell out of Warlords of Draenor. It's such an amazing, good game so far. Seriously, I never enjoyed leveling. I'm leveling with a smile on my face when it's working. But Blizz, stop giving up, and guys, hang in there because it's worth it. At the end of the day, I'm 98.5 and I'm having a big smile on my face because it's a ton of fun when it's working. Guys, hang in there, have a good time, and I'll catch you guys on the next video. And thanks for watching, and if you like my videos, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. Bye guys.